My name is Caitlin, and today I'm going to be doing the Essentials class from 19-Minute Yoga.
Welcome to day 1. Author Alan Cohen wrote, "Do not wait until conditions are perfect to begin. Beginning makes the conditions perfect." No matter how long it's been since you came to your mat, day 1 is always here for you. Yoga is about letting go of judgment and coming to your mat with an open heart. This includes having an open heart toward yourself as well. If a pose is ever too challenging, gently come out of it and rest. In yoga, the idea is to find your personal edge of effort without going over that edge. I love to explore daily intentions and try different things. Before we get started, I want to share one core intention that I say to myself each morning. I bow my head and I say, I promise to be loving to myself as I am loving to others. Keeping this in mind, commit to not judging yourself the entire time you're on your mat. When you're ready, sit comfortably on your mat with your legs crossed, hands resting gently on your legs. This is easy pose. Inhale, exhale. That's 1 round of breath. Take a few rounds of breath here. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale audibly through the mouth. As you exhale, release your breath with a loud sigh. On your next exhale, gently close your eyes. With your eyes closed, seal the lips. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Relax your shoulders and let go of any tension. Inhale as you bring your hands to heart center and bow your head gently in prayer. Take a few seconds to be grateful for this moment and the time on your mat. Silently to yourself, repeat after me. I will approach today's practice with an open heart and without judgment. Release your hands into your lap and open your eyes. Come onto all fours. Release the hips back onto the heels and gently drape the arms on the floor beside your legs as you settle into child's pose, your forehead resting gently on the mat. Your knees can be as wide as the mat, or they can be closer together. See what feels good for you today. Staying connected with your breath, inhale and exhale through the nose. Take several rounds of breath here. Remember to inhale and exhale completely for each round of breath. Child's pose is calming for the brain and helps relieve stress and fatigue as it gently opens the hips, thighs, and ankles. Slowly stretch your arms out in front of you. Come onto all fours. Knees directly below hips and palms down on the mat. Walk your hands forward so they are in front of your shoulders. Index fingers should be parallel or slightly turned out. Inhale as you tuck the toes and raise the hips, lifting your knees away from the floor and pressing back into downward dog. Stay up on your toes to push your tailbone toward the sky. Feet hip distance apart. Don't lock your knees. Continue to lengthen through your tailbone as you start to sink your heels toward the floor. Keep a tiny bend in the knees. Move the shoulder blades away from the ears towards the hips. Keep your head between your upper arms. Always staying connected with your breath. On your next inhale, look forward and slowly walk your feet to the top of your mat until you're standing in a forward fold. Now give yourself as much bend in the knees as you need to feel comfortable. Let your arms hang or place your hands down on the ground beside your feet. It's okay if your hands don't touch the ground today. Slowly nod your head yes, gently shake your head no, and just breathe into the posture. Breathe into the back, the hips, the back of the legs. You can straighten your legs if that feels good, but don't lock your knees. Inhale, exhale. One vertebrae at a time, roll up to standing at the top of your mat. Your head is the last to rise. Rock back and forth and sway side to side as you find your balance. Stand with your feet slightly together, second toes parallel, big toes touching, heels apart. Lift and wiggle your toes to distribute the weight of your body evenly across your feet. Stretch your arms out in a T shape. Turn your palms up to the sky. Bring your arms down by your sides, but stay broad across the chest. Your hands are active with your fingers spread apart. Release your shoulder blades down your back. The top of your head is parallel to the ground. Engage your thigh muscles and feel strong in your core. This is your mountain pose. Inhale and sweep your arms up to the sky in a big stretch. Exhale and slowly release your arms back down to your sides. Place your hands on your hips. On your next exhale, hinge forward from the hips slowly. Keep your spine straight until it starts to naturally soften and round into your forward fold. Place your hands beside your feet on the ground in front of you. It's okay if you can't touch the ground. You can also put a gentle bend in your knees and let your arms hang. On each exhale, release a little bit more into your forward fold. Rooting down through strong legs, come up halfway with a flat back. Lift your heart and straighten your spine. Place your hands on the front of your legs. Your shoulder blades are down your back, your chin is slightly lifted, and you're looking at the ground in front of you. This is your halfway lift. Inhale. As you exhale, release back down into your forward fold. Sweep your hands forward up from the ground and bend your knees as you raise the torso and come up into chair pose. Squat as if you're going to sit in a chair. Arms are raised above your head, palms facing toward each other, shoulders are down. This pose will definitely start to build some heat in the body. Be sure to stay connected with your breath. Inhale as you slowly straighten the legs, staying strong and lifted through the arms. Exhale, release the arms and lower all the way down into forward fold. Let your head hang for a moment and breathe. With your feet hip distance apart, bend your knees and place both palms down on the ground. Prepare for a low lunge. Inhale and step back with your right foot until you've created a 90-degree angle with your left knee. Untuck the toes and release your knee down to the ground. You might need to slide your right foot back and adjust a little bit until you feel that nice stretch in your hip. Place your left hand on your left thigh. Inhale as you press yourself up so that your torso is lifted and stacked over your pelvis. Raise both arms up, palms facing each other. Heart is lifted, shoulders are down. Gently lift your gaze up, but be sure not to throw your head back. You always want to protect your neck. Prepare for a side bend. Bring your left hand back to the top of your thigh and gently reach your right arm up and over your head toward your left side, keeping your shoulders down. Feel all the stress and tension just melt away from your hip. On your next inhale, rise back to center. Exhale and fold your torso over the front leg. Place both palms down on the ground. tuck the toes and step back into downward dog. Take a round of breath here. Prepare for low lunge on the opposite side as you step your right foot forward into a 90-degree angle. Release your left knee down to the ground. Adjust your back leg until you feel that same nice stretch in your opposite hip. Place your right hand on your right thigh. Inhale as you press yourself up so that your torso is lifted and stacked over your pelvis. Raise both arms up, palms facing each other, shoulders down, heart lifted. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Bring your right hand back to the top of your thigh and prepare for a side bend. Gently reach your left arm up and over toward your right side. Let go of all the tension in your hip. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, rise back to center. Exhale and fold forward, placing your palms down on the ground. Come up onto the ball of your left foot and step your right foot back into downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Release your knees and come down onto all fours. Check to make sure your knees are right below your hips. Wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in line. Hands are grounded down into the mat. Look at the floor in front of you and allow your head to naturally align with your back. This is your neutral tabletop position. Prepare for cat-cow. Start with cat pose. Keep your shoulders and knees in position. Exhale as you round your spine toward the sky. Release the top of the head toward the floor so you're looking behind you. Inhale back to neutral tabletop with a flat back. Now for cow pose. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, and raise the chest toward the ceiling. Now your head is lifted up and you're looking straight forward. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and stay broad across the shoulder blades to protect the neck. Inhale back to neutral tabletop with a flat back. Now flow back and forth between cat-cow poses several times. Really enjoy how good this feels and the gentle massage that it gives to your spine. Return to neutral tabletop position. Now sit back on your legs as you prepare for a 30-second plank pose. In this pose, pay special attention to your alignment. If you ever start to lose your form or need to rest, just release your knees to the ground. To set up, start in the push-up position with your feet hip distance apart. Come down onto your forearms. Your elbows are under your shoulders and your legs are extended back, creating a straight line from head to heel. Ready? Go. Staying connected with your breath, keep the butt tucked in and the core strong and stable. Your head is in line with your flat back and you're looking at the floor. You're halfway. You got this. Good job. Release the knees to the ground and lower all the way down onto your stomach. Slowly turn over so you're lying on your back. Now prepare for pelvic lift. In a reclined position, bend your knees at a 90-degree angle. Your feet are flat on the ground. Place your hands down by your sides. With your abs and glutes engaged, on your next exhale, press down through your feet and one vertebrae at a time, start to push your hips up to the sky. Hold your hips up as you breathe in and out for 10 seconds. 5, 3, 1. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll down. Spread your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees softly come together to touch. Feel that nice release in your back. Separate your knees. Place your hands below your knees on the front of your legs. Inhale your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. This pose is awesome for digestion, and it's also a great counter pose to the back bend that you just did. Prepare for Reclined Twist. On your next exhale, drop your knees to the right and stretch your arms out on both sides, palms facing down. Slowly turn your head to the left. Inhale and exhale through the nose. On your next inhale, bring your knees back to your center and hug your knees into your chest. Prepare for Reclined Twist on the opposite side. On your next exhale, drop your knees to the left and stretch your arms back out on both sides, palms facing down on the ground. Release your head to the right. Always remember to breathe. On your next inhale, bring your knees back to your center. Hug your knees into your chest. Now release the legs all the way down and lie flat on your mat to rest. Release your hands down to your sides with your palms facing up. Shoulders are away from the ears. Close the eyes. Soften the tongue. Release the jaw. Relax your body and let go of any tension. Allow the body to sink completely into the mat. Your breathing is easy, effortless. Gently place your hands on your stomach. Come back to the intention you set at the beginning of this practice. I will approach today's practice with an open heart and without judgment. Today you've taken action and tried something new. Even if it wasn't perfect, that one step sets you apart. It leaves you with a sense of pride, happiness, and good health. Now imagine these feelings growing inside of you each day, stronger and more confident with each practice. Release your arms down to your sides. Roll onto your right side. Place your left hand down on the mat and gently press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your palms together in front of your heart and bow your head in honor of today's practice. Namaste. You've just completed day 1. Congratulations. Take today's intention with you and approach your day with an open heart and without judgment.